when you had the estimates done for the stucco, did anybody tell you about the way the stucco was done?
Yeah, the builder of the home even came to check it out himself, and he said that the stucco was installed correctly, that they do hundreds and hundreds of houses a year. They will not skip corners.
But I noticed in your estimates, install scaffolding on both sides of the house, fill up all the holes with base coat,
Right.
sand down all the holes. To me, this does seem very high. I know you've got multiple estimates here, but to me, it seems like you can just fill in the mesh holes and then repaint it.
If they have a licensed contract to do that, that would be great.
I'll open it up.
Ms. Sinodino, so why didn't you say anything when the defendant's saying that they've had no problems with any other houses that they install Christmas lights?
I disagree with that.
I know, I was waiting for you to be like,
I didn't want to interrupt. I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt again.
I'm saying in your complaint, you stated, I was not the only home they damaged.
Yeah, there's 2 other homes that are down the block from my house that they also use stucco on, and those homes are damaged.
Because of their Christmas lights installation.
I'd like to see the address of those homes.
So she's lying.
Yes.
They're saying they don't know what you're talking about. Are you saying that they're lying?
Yes.
Here today. Okay.
Okay, so hold on. I want to ask you about something you said earlier. You said that when they finished the job, they asked for an additional $350, which I paid them in cash.
Yes.
But that was to take them down, you just said, right?
It's included in the whole price for putting them up.
You thought they were going to put up and take down all those Christmas lights for $375?
No, I agree with the price. Yeah, no, absolutely. I thought even that price was cheaper than what other people.
It was, as far as I know.
And Your Honor, can I add something?
Please, while we're waiting. Yeah.
There was no additional thing that Jackie paid us taking them down. That was all in one price.
The $375 was one price?
Yeah, she never paid us another $350
cash because she has no evidence.
Yeah, well, I get that.
If I didn't have the Zelle proof, I wouldn't even have proof that.
Did you withdraw cash from the bank? You just have $375 laying around?
I do, actually. My father actually laid out the money so that I could have Christmas lights up for my children.
Oh.
Okay, so on this quote, you have base coat walls, primal stucco areas, trowel on standard stucco dust particle resistant finishes, and caulk all windows and doors in stucco areas. Right. That seems to me like way more than needs to be done. But regardless, this guy is going to do something totally different. He's going to fill up all the holes with a base coat, sand down all the holes, do all the moldings with base coat and mesh. So why does he need to do any moldings?
I questioned the guy, and this is how he said it has to be done. I mean, in both estimates, that's why I picked the cheapest one, because I'm not trying to profit off it. They're all doing the same thing.
The other guy doesn't think you need to do that stuff. He wants to do something else. And all of that tells me that something is amiss here. Because when you have these little patches and 2 people want to do 2 completely different jobs, that doesn't satisfy me that we know the actual way to repair this. You wanted to say one thing.
Yeah, so in the quote, it said base coat all of the stucco. That's what I was saying before, that they missed
the missing.
Right, yeah.
If you don't mind, can you guys pull up that picture again? Thank you.
It'll come up in a second.
So right here, this is called the mesh.
Yeah.
So there's supposed to be 3 layers. The first layer is called the scratch coat. The second coat is the brown coat, another 3/8 of an inch. Last coat is this coat, which is the only thing that they put on.
And that would cost $300 to $400 to do all the holes?
Right, because you're just filling it in.
To patch them. We would patch them with just the finished color because the mesh is already out. We can't push it back, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it was originally built wrong.
You say originally built wrong. You're saying that, Mr. Galarza, you have your dad, home builder, look at it?
Well, yeah, so my dad
Your dad's name is what?
John.
John.
Well. Yeah.
They never submitted anything to me or even offered for somebody licensed to take care of this damage.
The only estimates we have are the ones she gave.
I feel like we're being taken advantage of because she wants to redo all the stucco.
No, we understand.
I do not want to redo the entire stucco.
All right. Okay, the parties are excused while we deliberate in this matter. Thank you all.
We've reached a verdict with a dissent. Ms. Sinodinos, you had the burden of proof. This is your case. We all agree that you've established liability. The defendants have taken responsibility for the damages. However, the issue of how much the damages are worth is what we're struggling with and what you haven't proven. We believe that your estimates that you provided overestimate the damages. Mr. Galarza and Mr. Tarantino, we believe that you've underestimated the damages. You didn't also provide any estimates in writing for us. So we took the quote that was the least amount, and we're going to split that. The dissent comes in with Judge Juarez. She believes you're entitled to something, just not that much. And so for that reason, we are going to award you, Ms. Sinodinos, $2,230. That is a verdict.
Thank you.